let's talk about how I quit smoking. So I thought I was going to do a daily vlog, and then I realized how not interesting I am. I mean, guys, I live like a relatively boring life. I'm a nurse, a single mom of a young kid. That's about all I do, which involves a lot of, plus the COVID, it's like, involves a lot of staying home and doing the same thing. And to make it even worse, I shop in bulk at Sam's Club, so I tend to eat the same things over and over again. Like that Oikos yogurt, I'll let you in on a secret. I don't like that yogurt. I bought it thinking, oh, it's a little bit more protein than the one I usually buy. I'll buy this one. Bad idea. Bad idea. It's nasty. Oh, it's so nasty. But I have bought so much of it, I feel like obligated now to eat it because that would be wasteful. I don't want to be a wasteful critter, if you know what I'm saying. Got enough of them peeps around. So I don't have like a super fitness related topic today, but let's talk about how I quit smoking. So it's actually pretty simple, you guys, how I ended up quitting smoking. And if you hear that, that's my son making his little happy noises in the background. So it was Chantix. And I know there's like a million and one like side effects or whatever. I didn't have any of those besides some nausea. And I mainly had nausea when I would continue to smoke, even though I was taking the medicine. So don't do that. But, you know, it also made like this deterrent type thing in my head. And what I talk about a lot sometimes is like changing the way you think. That medicine will definitely do that. It will change the way you think. So I used to love smoking cigarettes. And even on that New Year's resolution, I was like, I don't want to quit, but this medicine says it's going to help you quit. So I'm just going to take it anyways and see if it works. And what do you know? It did. But now I want to talk more about the experience of taking that medicine. Because there are some stages that you're going to go through while on it. So if you do decide to take Chantix, one, it could be some upfront costs and monies, but worth every dang penny. I'm trying to change the angle to keep it interesting, so I hope that you're still paying attention. Or you're just getting really seasick. Don't know which. So, while taking it, you would take a morning pill for the first while, and then it was like so many days, and then you took 2 pills a day. So I took it, and then I would like kind of wait to take that second pill, and it was so weird, you guys, because like I would take the first pill before I got in my car, because my car is when I wanted to smoke. You know, the driving, you know, turn up the music, put down the window, smoke your cigarette. It was the thing, the habit that I did. So I take it so that it kicked in by the time I hit my car and I wouldn't have the thoughts. What was interesting though, I would delay to take the second pill in the evening and the thoughts would start coming back like, oh, I've done good all week. I could just have one puff of this cigarette. I could smoke one and reward myself. Or I would I'm just going to ask my friend to have a hit. I won't start smoking again, but I can just have a puff off of their cigarette. And I would start thinking like that, like, oh, I deserve it. I've been so good. I can control smoking now. I don't have to smoke a pack a day. I can just smoke a cigarette here and there. It'll be fine. So then I would take the second pill and like all those thoughts would just dissolve and I would be back to normal. So I'd say the most positive change from quitting smoking would be not only being able to breathe better and just feeling overall a sense of well-being and more energy, but definitely the mental freedom, because you were always thinking the most relaxed you could feel was when you were on your porch by yourself with your thoughts and a cigarette, right? And that was just like, and the thought of not having those breaks and just continuing your day regardless was just like, I don't want to lose those breaks and this relaxing activity the way I usually distress, which would be the cigarette. But let me tell you, it's tricking you, because when you finally don't think of cigarettes anymore and your day isn't broken up into that yearning and then getting it and yearning and then getting it, that's mental freedom. And you to experience that, especially after you've I smoked for about 10 years-ish, that mental freedom, you just forgot what it felt like. Honestly, by that point, I had forgotten what it felt like, and it was just like amazing, just amazing, the change. It's so worth it, guys. You've got to do it. You got to admit that one puff and you're a pack-a-day smoker again. One cigarette and you're back to, spending however much a week in cigarettes. That you cannot control this. You cannot have that one cigarette because you are addicted to them. And this will start it all over again for you. And when you finally have had enough and you want your mental freedom, you will be able to say no. I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to have the one. I'm not going to do this. And the medicine, it just helps. I mean, like literally those thoughts they stop. And when you do, like I would get headaches and feel sick and there was just no enjoyment. The only thing you felt was like the grossness in your mouth, and it actually tastes bad. And it's so funny because I thought it tasted good. Like my brain was telling me this tastes good because I was getting something I was addicted to. Once that medicine shuts off all those reward centers in your brain, that when you're smoking it, you're not getting rewards. All you taste is just bad flavor and smell the bad smell. And it's a real wake-up experience when you're on that medicine and you have a cigarette anyways, and it retrains your brain. And the medicine, I believe, is supposed to be taken for like 3 months or so. And they tell you to do this because that is that time period where, yes, after the first month or week or so, you may be able to quit smoking, but you're periodically going to get those sneaky thoughts in, and they're going to convince you to have that puff or that cigarette, and you're going to be right back to that pack a day. Because remember, you're addicted. You don't control you and your addiction. The cigarettes do. And the only way to stop that is to stop the cigarettes. And you just may find yourself back on this channel. You may end up in the path I did where I found the new crutch. But I urge you to try exercise instead and just walk through it, because you will think thoughts during walking, like hikes and all that stuff, man. You think thoughts you haven't thought in 10 years that you didn't realize were just sitting there marinating in the back of your mind. And as unpleasant as that might sound, for some reason, that physical activity helps you work through them in a very subconscious kind of way. But yeah, I hope I convinced you guys to, even if you don't want to take Chantix, try something, do something, gain your mental freedom back, because smoking sucks, guys. It sucks. It eats your money. You should be putting that into your retirement savings or something else that's much more beneficial than sitting there and smoking and shortening your life.